So we're here at Expand, and we have the developer and the composer. I'm trying to remember my words. It's a very long day.
No
so
worries.
yeah. So what actually inspired you to build Expand?
Expand actually came about 4 years ago from a game jam, and I have to give a bit of history actually in order to talk about the inspiration, because at that game jam, I was working on a game where planets were being sucked into the center of the screen into a black hole, and that game actually didn't work out too well, and I had a few bugs, and I went to sleep that night, and I had this weird kind of vivid dream, and in that dream I pictured what you have here, Expand. Like I don't know. It sounds silly to say it, but the game just came to me in a dream. So yeah. From there, it's just been about realizing that dream.
Yeah. Okay. And music does play a big role in this game. How did you get involved in this, and how does music actually play with the game itself?
Well, firstly, how I got involved. Chris had that dream, as he spoke of, and then came up with the first prototype of the game. He was showing off one of the versions of the game at the local expo. I came along and I saw this thing on a screen. It was this black and white circular maze-looking game, and I thought, oh, okay, that looks alright. It sort of went off, and then I came back. Then I actually sat down and played it, and it was a much different experience when I actually sat down. And I was like, there was some reference music there, like some royalty-free music. It was just some really simple piano stuff, and but it was a bit repetitive. So I was like, I just want to take this a little bit further. I really want to work on this. So I got in touch with Chris, and it just went off from there, and we've been working ever since. In terms of how the music works in the game, it's very hard to pin down exactly that in exact words. It's actually a very subtle thing, and it's also an emotional thing. Like some levels will, I guess, when I play it, affect me in a personal way, in an emotional way, so I'll base the musical composition on that, or otherwise I might come up with a composition, give it to Chris, and he'll base his level design on the music.
Okay.
So,
speaking on the level design, it expands and contracts, so how does it actually all work out?
How do you mean?
Like, how does it actually decide to expand or contract the algorithms?
So every level that you see in the game right now is handcrafted.
Yep.
So we created our own custom level editor, and using that level editor, we blocked out some levels. And what happens is at the very start of each level and at the very end, we set things up so it opens up and closes, and then we swap between the levels in that transition.
Okay. And because it's, as you said, handcrafted with a level editor, do you think this could potentially be open up to the community in a way?
Oh yeah, most definitely. We spend a lot of time working on the level editor, and so we want to release the level editor with the game, so everyone can download it along, with the game, make their own levels, and if there's interest, we definitely want to put out a community pack or something along those lines.
Yeah. As well, in terms of, this isn't out yet, so any plans for when it'll be released, any Kickstarter plans, any perks such as a soundtrack?
Well, when the game is going to be released, we're going to be bundling the soundtrack and the level editor together. Yeah. And so if you're really interested in the game, you can buy those things as well, or buy them afterwards. In terms of release, we're looking to release next year in 2015 for Windows, Mac, and Linux.
Yep. Through Steam?
We can't say anything yet. We're still talking with different publishers, but you can expect it on any digital distribution store that you like.
Okay, no problem. Thanks very much. Thanks for your time.
thanks,
Thank
mate.
you.
Cheers.
Yes.